Greetings, witches, wizards, and magicians. Despite numerous trailers, a state of play, and 2 gameplay showcases, there are still many mysteries about Hogwarts Legacy. Maybe we'll get a 3rd showcase before launch that will answer some important questions. In this video though, I'm discussing the top 10 questions I still want answered before I play the game. This is for those of us who have not looked at the spoilers or leaks. So, if for some reason you know the answers to one of these mysteries, obliviate! There. Now you can't remember. So, here are my top 10 lingering questions. Number 1. What classes will we have? Here are the teachers for the core classes at Hogwarts. There's Professor Aesop Sharp, our potions master and former Auror for the Ministry. We know Dinah Hecat will be our Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, who is also a former Auror. And we're all excited to have Charms class with Professor Abraham Ronan, who likes to turn everything into a game. We have the bewitching Maribel Garlick, our herbology professor. We have Cuthbert Binns, the long-standing History of Magic professor. Matilda Weasley, that's right, another Weasley, will be our Transfiguration professor. And finally, Satyavati Shah will be our Astronomy professor. We're all assuming right now that we will have multiple classes in the game with all of the above professors. In addition to these professors, there are other classes that older students take. These are the elective classes. Arithmancy, which teaches the magical properties of numbers. Care of magical creatures, which teaches students how to interact with magical beasts. Divination, which teaches predicting the future. We know Professor Onai will be our guide into the beyond. Muggle Studies, which teaches non-magical culture. Ancient Runes, which studies ancient runic scripts. Apparition, which deals with magical teleportation. Did you know it's impossible to apparate inside of Hogwarts? It's a safety precaution. There are also extracurricular subjects including flying, which is only mandatory for first years. Magical Theory, which teaches magic from a theoretical point of view. This class looks at the source of magic, and it makes total sense that Professor Fig will be the teacher for this subject. Alchemy, which deals with the transmutation of substances, is only offered to Newt level students. Also, we can include in this list Ancient Studies, Art, Earth Magic, Muggle Art, Music, Muggle Music, Ghoul Studies. As a 5th year student, our character is not old enough to partake in a few of these classes, like Alchemy. I don't expect us to have lessons in all of them while we play the game, but I'm excited to see how many classes the developers have programmed. Number 2. While we know many of the spells we can learn in the game, there are still 7 spells that haven't been officially revealed. 6 really, since we know Glacius will be a spell based on previous gameplay trailers. But will we be able to cast Expecto Patronum? Well, we do see Dementors in the reveal trailer. And look, I know some of you are going to say, but Maestro, just because we see Dementors doesn't mean we will learn Expecto Patronum. You're right, that's why it's something I put on this list. We don't know for sure one way or the other just yet. Number 3, will we get to join a gang, order, or secret society? Based off the trailers, we're going to be pretty powerful. The Ministry better bestow the Order of Merlin First Class on us when we fix everything. You know, I only do things for renown. At the very least, we should get the special award for services to the school. Will there be an opportunity for us to join a gang of witches and wizards like the Death Eaters? I think that would be pretty awesome as far as player choice is concerned. No, I don't mean I want to murder all the Mudbloods. It would be cool if our character creates a club with other students like the DA, Dumbledore's army. Not that we would create a black army. I doubt the headmaster has any redeeming qualities. Number 4. Will we be able to choose our wand and or change it? According to Ollivander, the greatest wand maker in the world, the wand chooses the wizard. I actually wouldn't be surprised if we all started out with the same wand. That would make total sense to me because I think it would be odd for us to choose our wand. Now, as our abilities grow and develop, new wands may take a liking to us. The discussion of wand lore really only comes into play during Book 7. It's actually kind of a big deal in Harry Potter lore. Ever heard of a little thing called the Elder Wand? I don't understand why we got all the way through 6 books without ever focusing on the very thing that directs a magician's powers. Then again, it wasn't until Book 6 that we learned about casting spells without speaking. But let's not get drunk on butterbeer here. It's not unheard of for a witch or wizard to change their wand over the course of a lifetime. In fact, if a witch or wizard settles down, their wand may start to reject them, not wanting to go from hunting down dark wizards to dusting the house knickknacks. Like many magical objects, wands are sentient. And the problem is that wands are sentient. They have a mind of their own. I'm really interested to see if the developers take a lore approach or stick with a traditional video game approach. I can see 1 of 3 options here. Option A, wands are only cosmetic. They can be changed, but they don't affect gameplay. Option B, like a traditional RPG, wands can be upgraded and each wand has different boosts. Option C, like Harry Potter lore suggests, wands react to spells cast and boost or penalize players' stats based on performance in battle or time spent doing menial spells and tasks. In this option, an adventuring wand would lose attack buffs if the player casts a lot of spells cooped up in the room of requirements instead of going out in the field. And that's why it's been one of the burning questions I've had. Speaking of questions, number 5. How much can we interact with NPC characters? Because every character is voiced, at least from what we've seen, how much additional interaction will we have with non-player characters? We saw that one can tip a musician, patron of the arts here. We also saw a number of characters inhabiting the world. Are we only going to interact with quest givers, or will we be able to strike up a small conversation with anyone? Even if we don't go into a full-on dialogue tree, it would be weird if we couldn't talk to people. I love chatting up characters in games. As games got more sophisticated, characters could even respond to your proximity or camera focus. In Half-Life 2, the player develops a friendship with Alex. Looking at her while in the car causes her to give you a sly wink. Alex is probably the best companion character in any game I've ever played. BioShock Infinite was supposed to take companion characters to the next level. The thing is, I never formed a bond with Elizabeth. It always felt like she was doing her own thing, and you were just there along for the ride. I'm hoping that we get some quality interaction from our classmates. Number 6. Speaking of interactions, will there be any romance? No, I'm not talking about Mass Effect levels of romance. I'm just saying that romance played a big part in the Harry Potter stories. Romance plays a huge part of growing up and experiencing school. Sometimes that romance lasts a lifetime. That's literally where the term high school sweethearts comes from. My mother and father were high school sweethearts. We don't have to go full-on snogging in this game, but I'm very curious to see if the developers have implemented a romance system in the game. I don't see why they wouldn't. It's not like they have anything to lose by doing so. I mean, in a game where you can do witchcraft and use a killing curse, what's wrong with a little peck on the cheek? Number 7. A technical question here. Will there be a camera mode? I love what I've seen so far from the ASMR videos of the environment surrounding Hogwarts. Not just as a content creator, but as a fan, I think it would be awesome if they had a camera mode and a no HUD mode. We've never had such a realistic and complete rendering of Hogwarts before. I want to fly around on my broom and create documentaries of this place. In fact, I've never been excited about a Hogwarts game before, and while graphics don't make a great gaming experience, it is some nice icing on the cake. Exploring Hogwarts during both day and night all year long, I'm going to want to take some pictures. They should take it a step further and let you make some GIFs that look like the Daily Prophet. Now that would be some fun social media marketing for the game. It would be like the iPhone live photos. I'm already thinking about fun frame ideas. Okay, back to the top 10. Number 8. Why are we joining Hogwarts as a 5th-year student? I know that we'll probably find out the answer to this question during the game's opening, but why a 5th year? Perhaps a 1st year would not be able to cast all the spells, nor would they be allowed to travel to Hogsmeade. Only 3rd years and above can do that. So why not as a 3rd year then? Perhaps it's a little more acceptable to put a 15 or 16-year-old in the moral dilemmas posed by the game. In the Wizarding world, children become adults at 17, so our character will be right on the cusp of adulthood. 4D chess here. If they make the game into a series, 5th, 6th, and 7th year would be the perfect for a trilogy. Just a thought. Then they go back years later and add games in between the series. Then they re-release the same game for another 10 years. Number 9. You can probably guess which question I'm going to ask next. Will there be swimming? I mean, come on, you knew I was going to ask that. Don't hate, I want to know. I'd rather know one way or the other. That way I can get over the fact that it won't be exploring the depths of the Black Lake now. You know it, I know it. We want to go after that giant squid like Captain Nemo. A little wave of the wand and an Avada Kedavra later and trophy achieved. Last but not least, number 10. What are those question mark symbols on the castle walls? They popped up in a few different locations during the first gameplay showcase. They don't seem like they're tutorial markers because we don't see one in the Cross Wands area. What would be the purpose of putting question marks everywhere like the Riddler? Is there an in-world lore explanation for these, or are they simply a gameplay mechanic? I'm leaning towards gameplay mechanic. Those are the top 10 questions floating around my brain right now. What are yours? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. And for even more content, check out this playlist I made, which has all of my Hogwarts Legacy gameplay showcase breakdown videos. Until next time, Wizard out!